Hey guys, welcome back to episode 3 of Obduction. Alright, so the last thing we just did was we powered one of the trees here in Hunrath. So now we're concerned about getting to these other trees. We've done everything that we could to unbatten down everything in Hunrath, meaning everything was locked up and shut down. We've now unlocked a lot of it, given everything power, and Hunrath is now much more accessible as a result of that. The reason why it was battened down is because there was fear of an attack by the Mofang. So everything was battened down, and all of the civilians that were here actually went to a different place to remain in safety, and we're going to figure out where they are and how that's possible. We're going to figure that out later, but first, let's go down here. What we're about to interact with is something very changing to the game. This is gonna shift our experience significantly. We're now looking for what's called a swapping device, or a swapping machine, or a seed swap device. There's like a million different names for them, but it's what's going to enable us to travel to different worlds. So we're making our way to that now. So we're going to go through this portal here, come out the other side. We're going to go down here. We haven't been here before, so let's take a look and see where we are. Remember that stone arch? There's the tower. We were just there. And there's the bleeder tower. So that's connected to the dome. We're walking behind that. So now we're approaching the junkyard area. If I look down here, there's the train yard. Kind of get a feel for where we are now. Now this here, this is interesting. This looks like a scoop of land that has been picked up. And what's this? Very strange device. Before we take off, there's something we need to do. There we go. That's going to enable us access to get down to the junkyard here. Very important. We're going to need that later. But see how the terrain is different here? Oh, I wonder why that is. If I flip this. So this is a seed swap device. See how this blue just encompassed this whole area? So this is going to take us to a different world. It's going to take us to the world called Kepdar. And it's the home of the Arai. So we're going to go there. And not only are we going to go there, but everything in this radius is going to come with us. And whatever is in Kepdar is going to be brought here. That's why they're called swapping machines. It's very important. I'm explaining that now because it's very important that we understand that concept as we move forward. So here we go. I love this. This never gets old. Okay. So we are now in Kepdar. As you can see, it's a completely different world. Now we could take this back. There's always an option to go back. See? But we're not going to do that. We're going to go over here. So here we have like a bridge device. We're going to go across here. But obviously if we go here, there's nowhere to go. But it's a nice view. This You know, I just want to take a moment. This is one of the things... Oh, there's an Arai beetle right there. This is one of the things that I absolutely loved about the Myst games, was just the world building. I mean, look at this. It's just an incredible design. I've always been fascinated by like 3D art, and this whole game is just 3D art, so I'm all about this. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Okay, so we're going to turn this. So that's releasing steam. See, now this is powered. We're going to go up here. We're going to throw this switch. Okay. Now before we go across, there's something important we need to do. We need to throw this down. It's stopping us from rotating in the future. So now we're going to go down here. Oh, there's a it's a beetle there. Alright, I guess they're not beetles. I should be calling them Arais, but they look like beetles, so I like to call them beetles. I don't know. They're pretty weird. Anyway, let's continue on. I'm gonna, since there's a lot of stuttering going on, I'm just gonna adjust the graphics real quick. It's gonna be fine if it's on high. It's gonna look the same, but we're gonna have better functionality, so hopefully. Oh, there's one. I think that's the closest we've ever been to one. So these, I think, are like, they're hives, or they're like eggs. Oh, that was weird. I don't know. Not really sure. Oh, there's that familiar laser. So you're probably like wondering if we need to disable that. If you are wondering that, you are correct. It is exactly what we're going to do. But first, let's have a look around. Some big machinery here. Doesn't seem to be functional though. And there's a tree. So we're going to need to water that tree eventually. So this seems to be a boarding platform of some kind. We've got a temple over here. Interesting. I'm gonna go down here. Gonna go on this very rickety cross section here. So there are some stairs over here, but this huge counterweight is in the way. So we're gonna need to move that at some point. I just wanted to point that out because that's important to know. Also, I may have gone the wrong way. I'm trying to get to that red laser. I kind of forget how to get there. But it's still important that we know that the counterweight is there. So let's go up this way. There we go. And up, there's another piece of terrain. It's see how it's spherical? It's always spherical because that's the radius of the seed swapping device. So, if I'm correct, or if logic follows, yep, there's a seed swap device here. So here's a map of the area, I believe. Yep, because we're going to take a picture of that. The tree right there is in the middle. We are right here at this red dot. And I believe these are pathways that we can take. So we're going to use this to navigate the world. But for now, we're going to need to find a way to get to that laser and disable it. So, we're going to go back to Hunrath. Now remember, the way we disable those red lasers is with a Villine laser, so we need a blue laser device. Well, where is there a blue laser device? On the cart. And conveniently, there's a track running right behind the seed swap device. So, we just teleported back. See, we've taken this area with us. This was all, well, it was originally, see the grooves here? You can see where it's chunked out and taken. So we're gonna go back here. Gonna find that cart. Let's see, I'm gonna make sure we're gonna actually get there. Is it through here? Yes. So, I believe our cart's down here? Yeah, okay. So we're gonna get back in our little minecart thing. And we're gonna take this whole thing to Keptar. Okay, let's pull up into the radius here. We're gonna flip that. See how that takes us perfectly in the radius? Bam, let's go. Alright, we're back where we were, except now we're on the inside of this area. There's nowhere we can go. There's just the track that we took with us, but that's all we need. So we're going to back up a little bit so that this laser can actually reach that Mofang device. And we're going to blow it up. Bam. Oh. I might need to back up a little bit more. There we go. Alright. Round 2. There we go. Gone. And then we should be able to see, yep, just like we saw in Hunrath, there's the dome being disabled. Cool. So now that we've done that, we need to bring this back to Hunrath so we can actually get out of here. It's just a heaping pile of trash now. Okay. Okay, so we're going to bring this back out. We don't want to keep taking it with us. It's no good. Alright, let's just leave it here for now. Then we're going to go back to Keptar. Is it, yeah, it's in here. Now, it's similar to what we did in Hunrath that we have to do in Keptar. We have to turn the power on. Their power system is a little bit different than ours. So instead of using electricity, they use a giant like steam engine device. So that's what we're looking for. So we're going to head back out here. I'm going to go up these stairs here. So we came from down here, from this area. There's another, looks like a carved out section. It's interesting to take note of. Okay. Kind of give you guys a reference where we're going. I'm gonna go up here. So there's that big kind of chain device. I'm gonna go down here. This is a different one. I don't think there's anything down here to look at, really. Yeah. So we're going to go back up here. And then up here, this is like some like Russian things here. So that doesn't really mean anything right now, but whoop, what's that sound? That was weird. Okay, anyway, we're gonna go here. This is like the big engine that powers everything in this world. So you're gonna see what I mean in a second. I'm gonna go down here. So we got some big blades here. It's very, I like this world. It's like very steampunk kind of looking. I don't know. That's at least what it reminds me of. I think it's interesting. So we're gonna turn this. So that didn't really accomplish anything. So there must be something else to do. So let's go down here. What if we turn this? Nope. How about we turn that? Okay. And now, so that's rotating the blades. Now the blades catch some wind. And there we have power. So the engine is running. Now let's kickstart the power. Let's get this whole machine working. There we go. So we've now given power to Keptar. Go back over here. Remember, this wasn't rotating before. No, that's confusing. Oh, okay, it was just going down. I was like, pretty sure I'm supposed to use this device. Okay. So now, we're going to use this. Now this is interesting. This points, using this device, at all of these different pistons. So then if you do this, flip that, that engages the pistons. What these pistons are engaging, we'll find out in a few seconds. Oops. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that we're gonna, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna. I'm confused because we actually deactivate this one later, but I think we need it right now. Okay. So we're done with that. All of the... Okay, the whole machine is working the way it's supposed to. Good. Okay. So now, as you can see, this is now operating. So we're going to go back over here. I'm going to go all the way back down the way we came. We're going to go back here. Sorry, that just like looked strange to me for a second. So we're going to go back over here and go back here. This is where throwing that thing down is going to matter. We're going to flip this. So now this is facing the dome wall, which remember is just like in Hunrath, a portal. Since we deactivated that red laser, we can now do this. If we did that before, it wouldn't have worked. So now we are at the opposite end. Let me see if I can pull up the map so we know exactly where we are. See what I mean? It's if there's not proper lighting, you really can't use these pictures very well. Well, basically, we went from somewhere over here to somewhere over here. Okay, so now we're going to go up here, climb this. Now that this is functional, when we're at the gondola, we can actually ride it across. So let's do that. If you look, we're now moving that counterweight. It's passing right below us. So now we can access this area here. Okay, so let's go down. We're gonna have to go kind of swoop around. Okay, so we're gonna go back. This like temple area. So a few things of interest that I want to point out. If we go over here and we look down in here, there's like a scale, what looks like a seed swap device, a metal chair, a folding table, and what is that underneath the ribbon or that like banner there? That is a Mofang. We're gonna be in this scene eventually, but I do think that's interesting. We'll get there eventually. Let's see what's up here. Let's just kind of explore a little bit. So here's the tree. We're just above it. But that's how we... There it is. Very tantalizingly close. But we're not that close. We're close to it in proximity. As far as actually getting there, we have a little ways to go. So let's go in here. Let's check this out. We got a door. Can't access it. Good to know that it's there, though. Anything over here? Nope, just beautiful scenery. Can't go down there. Okay. So, let's go over here. We're gonna take these stairs. Here we have what may be a polyarch, maybe not. It is a giant skeleton, we know that. There's some awry hanging out. I'm gonna go down here. Keep going. Trying to get a good view. It's pretty cool. And here we have another portal. So I'm gonna walk through here. Gonna go up here. So, you recognize where we are? Over there. Well, there's the tree leaves. And that's kind of the first area. We blew the laser up over in that area. So we're on the opposite end of the cell here. So we're gonna go over here. Ah, a swapping device. So, we're not gonna be able to accomplish much right now, but just for the sake of showing you guys, I want to take you to another world. This is going to take us to Marais. It's the home of the villain, I believe. Take a sip of my tea. See, now it's a little bit more fast-paced. Going through this walkthrough is saving us really a lot of time and just like having to turn around and a lot of trial and error. This way we can just kind of in a linear fashion enjoy the game. Okay, so this is Marais. There's another laser. We're gonna have to disable that eventually, but that's definitely down the road. We got a door here. Can't really do much of anything. Here is the a kind of interaction, so all I know is that if you connect all of these, it's gonna disable the door. There you go. So we've just opened a passageway in Marais, but we don't really have a way to get down there. So our only option really is to take the seed swap device back. Back to Keptar. Okay. This episode is starting to get a little long, so I'm going to do one last thing, and then I'm going to end this episode, and we'll continue from there. But one last thing I did want to show you. Oh, it seems like the game is loading. There's a little bit of stuttering there. I'm going to go down here. This is a beautiful game. It really is. Ugh, man, I don't know why it's doing that. That's really bad. I apologize. So we're gonna go here. I don't know if it's like swapping all these worlds or what, but it only happens for a few seconds, then it stops. So, because you can actually tell where we're going based on the orange tint. So that the orange tint, well, the color of the tint. The orange tint is taking us to Hunrath. The green takes us to Marae, and the blue takes us to Keptar. So we're going back to Hunrath. We know that much. But we haven't been to this seed swap device, so we don't know where in Hunrath. Okay, let's try and get our bearings straight. Recognize this? Yes, we're back here. No one realized that there was, I didn't realize this, that there was a passageway here. When you open this door, it's completely covered. It doesn't occur to you to shut this door and go through here. But if we did, we wouldn't have been able to access this area. This area would have been blocked off by a rock because this area in here would have been in Keptar. So this here is Farley's room. This is where Caroline Farley kept all of her stuff. Some more lore here. I'll just kind of slowly go through this in case anybody wants to pause and read any of this. But this video is already pretty long, so I don't want to have it go on for too long. This is all actually very important. I would highly recommend that you go through and read the lore because it does enrich the story very much. I believe, is it? Yeah. Adventures in the Ages of Mist and Beyond. I just get a kick out of that. So this is a callback to earlier games made by Cyan Worlds. I'm sure that's a reference to something, but I don't know what. I never really understood it, but there's computer parts in this book. I'm sure that's a reference to an earlier Myst game. And then over here, this is important. These are Arai larval notes. So these are notes taken by Farley about the Arai larva states and things like that. Is there anything else? Not sure there is. I think that's it. Okay, guys, so I'm going to stop here, and then we're going to continue the next episode from here. See you guys next time.